Imagine having a net worth close to $1.4 trillion. That's trillion with a T. Quite a staggering figure, isn't it? This is the estimated wealth of the Saudi royal family, a dynasty that has been ruling the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia since its inception. To put this into perspective, their fortune outstrips the combined net worth of the top 5 wealthiest people in the world. Even some of the richest nations' GDPs pale in comparison. But what is the source of this enormous wealth? Well, the answer lies beneath the sands of the Arabian desert. It's black, it's slick, and it's known as liquid gold. Yes, you guessed it, oil. The Saudi royal family's fortune is deeply entrenched in the oil reserves that lay hidden for centuries under the arid Arabian terrain. So how did they amass such an incredible fortune? The story begins with oil. It all started in the desert with the discovery of oil. A story as old as time, yet one that changed the course of history for the Saudi royal family. This tale begins in the early 1930s, when the vast arid expanses of Saudi Arabia were found to be sitting atop a veritable sea of oil. The discovery was made by a team of geologists from the Standard Oil Company of California, now known as Chevron. Struck by the potential of this untapped resource, they were quick to establish the Arabian American Oil Company, or Aramco, in partnership with the Saudi government. Imagine a parched land suddenly finding itself awash with what would soon become the most sought-after commodity in the world: oil. It was like striking black gold. As the drills began to bore into the earth, the oil gushed out, and with it flowed immense wealth into the coffers of the Saudi royal family. The terms of the agreement with Aramco were attractive. The Saudi government would receive a royalty for every barrel of oil produced, and as the thirst for oil grew around the world, so did the royalties. It wasn't long before the Saudi royal family was awash in a sea of wealth, the likes of which had never been seen before. But it wasn't just about the money. The discovery of oil and the formation of Aramco marked a significant turning point for the kingdom. It was the beginning of a journey that would transform Saudi Arabia from a relatively unknown desert kingdom into a global powerhouse. Oil became the lifeblood of the Saudi economy, funding vast infrastructure projects, modernizing cities, and elevating the standard of living for its citizens. The royal family, as the custodians of this wealth, saw their influence and power expand exponentially. But the oil was just the beginning. The discovery set in motion a series of events that would catapult the Saudi royal family to unimaginable heights of wealth and power. And, as we'll see in the next scene, this was only the start of their financial journey. In the 1970s, the Saudi royal family made a move that would greatly multiply their wealth. It was a pivotal time in the history of Saudi Arabia as the family took a bold step towards nationalization of the Arabian American Oil Company, better known as Aramco. The nationalization of Aramco was not a sudden decision. It was a process that started in the late 1960s and culminated in the 70s. The Saudi government initially acquired a 25% stake in the company, which gradually increased to 60% by the mid-70s. By 1980, the Saudi royal family had full control over Aramco, turning the tide in their favor. Nationalization of Aramco was a game-changer. It meant that the wealth generated from the vast oil reserves of the country would now be funneled directly into the coffers of the royal family. The profits from oil exports skyrocketed, leading to a massive increase in the wealth of the royal family. From then on, their fortune was no longer measured merely in billions, but in trillions. But oil was not the only source of their wealth. The Saudi royal family, with their newfound riches, started diversifying their investments. They branched out into real estate, banking and finance, telecommunications, and even entertainment industries. They bought stakes in world-renowned companies, invested in lucrative real estate projects around the globe, and launched their own enterprises back home. This diversification was a strategic move. It not only multiplied their wealth, but also safeguarded it against any potential downturns in the oil market. It made their wealth resilient and enduring. With the nationalization of Aramco and the diversification of their investments, the Saudi royal family's wealth ballooned. They were no longer just the rulers of a desert kingdom, they were now among the richest entities in the world. With their wealth secure, the royal family began to hold a significant global influence. They had the financial muscle to shape global politics and economies. They had become a force to reckon with. The Saudi royal family's wealth isn't just kept under a mattress, it's working hard around the globe. Imagine having so much wealth that you could invest in just about any industry, in any country, at any time. That's the reality for the Saudi royal family. Their investments span across the globe and significantly influence major corporations and economies. Let's start with the tech industry. The Saudi royal family, through their sovereign wealth fund, has stakes in some of the most innovative companies of the 21st century. They've invested billions in Uber, making them one of the largest shareholders. They've also invested in giants like Twitter, giving them a say in the social media landscape. The family's reach extends beyond tech. They've got their hands in entertainment too, with significant investments in major media companies. They've backed projects ranging from blockbuster movies to popular music festivals, shaping global pop culture from behind the scenes. But it's not just about making money. These investments also serve a strategic purpose. They allow the Saudi royal family to extend their influence around the world by owning stakes in influential companies. They have a seat at the table in industries that shape our daily lives. Moreover, these investments help to diversify the family's wealth. They're not solely reliant on oil anymore. They've got a stake in the future of tech, media, and many other industries. This diversification strategy has proven to be a smart move, allowing the family to maintain their immense wealth despite fluctuations in oil prices. So how does this affect us? Well, when one family has such significant stakes in so many global companies, their decisions can have a ripple effect on the global economy. They can influence job markets, stock prices, and even the products and services we use every day. From oil fields to boardrooms, the wealth of the Saudi royal family is far-reaching. Their investments and influence are a testament to their financial prowess and strategic acumen. They've not only acquired immense wealth, they've learned how to use it, and they're certainly not afraid to spread it around. However, the vast wealth of the Saudi royal family is not without its controversies. As with any great fortune, the wealth of the Saudi royal family has been the subject of various debates and criticisms. One of the most glaring issues is the stark income inequality in Saudi Arabia. The country is home to some of the world's richest individuals, yet many of its citizens continue to live in conditions far removed from the opulence enjoyed by the royal family. This stark contrast has sparked conversations about wealth distribution and economic fairness within the kingdom. Another major controversy revolves around allegations of corruption. The Saudi royal family has faced accusations of engaging in corrupt practices to amass and maintain their wealth. Critics argue that the family's fortune is not just the result of the country's oil wealth, but also a product of systemic corruption and exploitation. In November of 2017, the kingdom experienced a significant event known as the Saudi Arabian Purge, when hundreds of businessmen, government officials, and even royal family members were arrested on allegations of corruption. The event caused shockwaves around the world and added fuel to the ongoing debates about the family's wealth. There have also been concerns about how the wealth is used. Some critics argue that the family's vast fortune is not always used for the betterment of Saudi Arabia and its people. Instead, they claim it often goes towards maintaining the royal family's extravagant lifestyle, further widening the income gap in the country. These controversies have led to calls for greater transparency and accountability in how the family's wealth is acquired and used. Despite these criticisms, the Saudi government maintains that it is committed to addressing these issues and has implemented various reforms in recent years. These controversies highlight the complexities surrounding the wealth of the Saudi royal family. They are a reminder that wealth is not just a measure of one's riches, but also a reflection of one's responsibilities to society. Despite these controversies, the wealth of the Saudi royal family remains immense. The family continues to be one of the wealthiest in the world, a testament to the enduring power and influence of the House of Saud. So we've taken a journey through the wealth of the Saudi royal family. It's a tale that begins with the discovery of black gold oil, a resource that transformed the desert kingdom into a global powerhouse. The nationalization of Aramco was a pivotal moment in this narrative, marking a significant expansion of wealth and solidifying the nation's control over its oil reserves. But the story doesn't end there. The Saudi royal family extended their reach beyond their borders, making strategic global investments that further increased their wealth. They've ventured into various sectors, from technology to real estate, imprinting their economic influence worldwide. Yet their immense wealth hasn't come without controversies. Accusations of corruption and extravagant spending have sparked debates and raised questions about wealth distribution and transparency. The Saudi royal family's wealth is a tale of oil, investments, and power, a story that continues to unfold in the modern world.